Hello carp chasers and welcome to our first vlog of 2020, and we have a pearler of a venue for you in this vlog. We are at Mark Pitcher's Wainstones Pool.
Certainly are.
And we have been invited here kindly by Rick Roberts and Mick from Bearded Fisherman. It's a suicide and mental health prevention charity. So we're fishing, we're sharing a peg.
Certainly are.
There's a maximum of 4 anglers at any time on the lake, and there was only 1 spot. So we're sharing it.
Sharing, aren't we? Are doing the first half of the week.
Yeah, and Craig's going to do the second half, but we are going to take it in turns with the fish because it's not an easy venue, and I would hate to bank 2 fish in the first half of the week and then Craig not catch, and vice versa. So we're really going to fish it as a team, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to see if we can unlock a few chords, aren't we? Because very tricky venue, weedy venue as well, so
It is.
got to work cut out, haven't we?
We have been told that the fish spook quite a bit, so it's about putting the rigs in place, getting the fish back into the swim, and
Presenting your upbait
yeah,
perfectly.
yeah, it's going to be a challenge, but that's what makes it exciting, isn't it?
I'm sure we can rise to it, mate.
That's it. And last week, congratulations to the capture of Maximus at a lake record weight
Yeah, brilliant, well done, mate.
of over 39 pounds. So we doubt we're going to get that out. Can't see it hitting the bank twice. But the character of the fishing here, we've been looking through pictures, haven't we?
Yeah, we are.
And they're absolutely fantastic. So
Stunning fishing.
it's not about size really here, is it? It's about getting a fish on the bank and getting a picture of one of the absolutely
Just
pearlers.
catching one will be an achievement, won't it?
It is, yeah. We've sort of said we're being greedy. We'd like 1 each, and
Yeah. But,
after that, it's mission done really for us, isn't it?
definitely, but got to work cut out.
We do.
We'll put a bit of work in before we get the rods out.
Yeah, try and find a
Try
spot.
and find a few spots, and if not, let's clear some out. And obviously, we're going to speak the fish out while we're making a bit of a commotion. But we're here for 5 days, aren't we? So
Hopefully they'll come back.
hopefully they'll come back.
So hopefully you get an idea of what this would be like to fish, because it's pretty in demand, isn't it?
It is. It is. If you ever get the chance to come up, our first impressions is, we want to come back, but when we can come back is a different story. But
Yeah, he's pretty booked up for
Yeah,
a long
it's,
time, and luckily for Rick, he actually won it on one of the raffles that Mark does. You can buy a ticket for £10 to win a week here, and he won it. We're over the moon to be here, aren't we?
big thanks to Rick and the Bearded Fisherman.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to them, because we'll be about them. And hopefully later on, show you some of these fish.
Fingers crossed.
See you in a bit.
Ciao.
So, we are fishing the double swim. It's split into left and right, but we've got sort of the swim to ourselves because there's only one of us fishing at a time, 2 rods. Directly opposite us on Pike Point is Rick. To our left is nobody. To the right in a swim called The View, that's called The View for obvious reasons because it's the best view, is Mick. And in Corned Beef Corner is Ryan. We're not sure why it's called that, but I'm sure if you ask Mark, if you get to visit him, he'll tell you the tale. We're going to go on a recce, as I said. We're just going to look around, see if we can find signs of fish, where they might be, where they're most likely to be, just to help us find a spot, because it is quite weedy. So if I'm going to put my rods out, I'd rather try and find some fish to put it in the right area than just pub chucking on top of weed, or even finding a spot and just putting on a random spot. So we've got 5 days. It's no problem at all taking time to find the fish. And even if I've got to cause a bit of disturbance, I'm not too concerned, because with 5 days if you get the tactic right and you do what you're supposed to do, you're gonna get that chance, and that's all really we're after, is just that one chance, that one fish, whether it be, you know, £5 or £30. They all look really nice fish to catch. We've set a target of one each, so it is just a bite, even though it's a 5-day session, which may sound a bit strange. When you go to a venue like this, it's about being realistic with what you want. You know, if you're going to come here and want to catch 25, 30 fish, don't book it, because that isn't the type of venue it's designed to be. You want to come, enjoy it, be in a very natural setting, and have the chance of catching some stunning fish, and it's definitely a place worth coming. So we're going to go out recce now, and hopefully we're going to find some. So we're just scouting down to see where we're gonna fish, walking around the lake, and we've counted quite a few fish just cruising in the upper layers down in this corner. So it's definitely a spot worth fishing. And even though they're up in the layers, if we put down a good better bait, give it time, I'm sure they're gonna get their heads down on a munch. But yeah, not expected to locate them this quick, but we found them. If I turn the camera around, hopefully you'll be able to see. I'll take the Polaroids off and put them over the camera lens, but without the Polaroids you wouldn't see a thing. So you've heard it all before, but having them, using them, is an absolute game changer when it comes to locating fish. And when I say we're seeing them, it's just time and time again. I mean, there's another one cruising right in the middle, 3 over there, so I'll turn this round and hopefully we'll be able to see them. So what I've done is, in this corner we've seen quite a few carp milling about, so we've just trickled some bait in to scare them off a little bit, and I've brought my marker rod down with a grappling lead, and I'm just trying to find a clear spot. So I'm going to present a bait and do it as discreetly as possible, rather than casting from my swim, which is probably 40 yards away, and pulling it back through the swim. I've just come down and I'm going to see if I can find that spot, which is hopefully can help us find a fish. So I spin this round, so this is the corner. So as you can see, there's a bit of weed, and I've just been plummeting around trying to fill a donk. See, it's come back with a little bit of weed there. A nice hard spot where the lead just, if I put it out, goes down, I can feel it, and I'm bringing it back up, and it's coming back clean, which is exactly what we want. So you've seen I found that spot, happy with that spot, and now for the second spot I've made one. while we're walking around, we've seen a lot of fish patrolling the island to our right, going around it, and they're coming in from the middle, coming in from ricks opposite us, going around the island over to mix swim. And we've got a nice prime corner that's just facing us and looks like, you know, it's where you plot one. Unfortunately, it's full of weed. So I've spent 45 minutes to an hour clearing it out until I can get a donk, drag it back, know that it's not picking up anything, until I'm confident that I can present a bait well and put some bait over the top of it, knowing that the fish are naturally going around there now. A lot of people will think 2 acres, scaring the fish, etc, etc, and they could be absolutely right, but there are some birds on the lake, and I always say when there's birds on a lake, it's very hard for me to believe that a lead going down is going to spook fish, because the birds dive on your bait, they crash in the water, they fight in the water, you know, they make all this commotion all the time, and you know, does a lead make more commotion than them? No, not really. So in my head, in the way I think of things and the way I look at my fishing, it's if there's bird activity on the water, I never get too hooked up on spooking them. I could be enemy number 1 by the end of the week, or it could pay off and I could have a fish, or even 2. So we will see, but I've made that second spot towards the corner of the island to our right, which would normally, if you were to use fishing, it would be the right hand part of the double. And fingers crossed, it pays off. Otherwise, there might be some really mean words said about me. This is the first morning for carp chases here at Wainstones Pool, and we've got off to a flying start. This mid double mirror gracing the net, and this has come off the spot that we worked yesterday for 45 minutes an hour to clear, to put a good bed of bait over and fish over, and this is the reward. Absolutely stunning, pristine mirror, and we're both absolutely ecstatic, and hopefully this is the first of many. But if not, you know, the trip's been made now, and we can relax, we can enjoy it, we can have the social, but being anglers, we want 1 or 2 more, don't we, Craig?
Definitely, mate, definitely.
So we're going to slip this one back and get the rods back on the spot, and hopefully you'll see us again soon with another one in a bit.
Alright, well, here we are with Mick from the Bearded Fisherman, Rick's partner. Mick had a bit of a surprise this morning about 1:30. I believe you landed a new PB.
It was.
Want to tell us how you caught it, what you caught it on, and what kind of fish it were?
On my new profilers and obviously my new NGT reels, I've been fishing over a bed of live system, and the hot bait was one of their live system hot baits, and it was on a chod rig, and I'd say it was about 1:30 in the morning. It was just a slow take, and obviously got to my rod. It was still taking like a little bit of line, struck into it, End result, £25 for.
And what sort of fight did it put up? Did it give you a run around?
Not a great deal. It was backing to a bit, but it's only when it saw the net that it actually decided it was going to fight. So, yeah, it was a very enjoyable experience. It's definitely smashed my personal best.
£25 6 ounce. But probably take you a while to beat that again, won't it?
It will. It's not often that I get to fish a venue like this at Wainstones. You know, thank you, Mark, for that. You know, most of the lakes I go to, there are some big fish, but they're very hard to get to. You know, get all of them fish.
But yeah, it's not been easy though, has it? You know, there's not been a lot of movement, there's not been a lot showing.
No, and so there's been the odd one or two that's been jumping that we've seen, but that's usually in a different part of the lake, where we are. But none actually been really jumping around where I'm fishing. But, you know, it's like patience and waiting and...
Just in the right place at the right time, mate.
It was.
And, no, absolutely made up.
Oh, I'm over the moon. I'm absolutely over the moon. Beat mine by a good £10. My personal best now.
Brilliant, brilliant, well done, mate. Excellent. Thanks to Wainstones,
yep.
Thanks to Mark again.
How does it feel to have a new PB, Mick?
Absolutely fucking fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
At this point, it's Wednesday morning, and I'm handing over to Craig this afternoon, and I've still only had that one fish, so I decided I wanted to let out in front of me and try and force another bite, find a spot, put some bait out, and hopefully the change of location might produce another bite. So I did find a spot earlier. I did put a little bit out earlier. I have put a rod over it. Unfortunately, it's not produced a bite, but I'm sure it's going to. It's a big clay spot. It's probably about the size of a car. 11 wraps out to the back of the island. It's probably technically Rick's swim, but he's not fishing anywhere near it. It's just a big spot, but plenty of bait out, and the fish have started to show over it. So it's the first time we've really seen a lot of signs in the middle, but they're over the bait, which is a fantastic sign, and we're just about to switch over. So Craig's just about to switch over. I know he wants to do something different, because like me, you go in a day without the bite, let's switch it up, and I know he's been wanting to change it up, to go for a different bait option, things like that. So hopefully what he does is going to produce the bite, because the fish are there to have. Me personally would probably leave it there, knowing that the fish are showing, knowing that there's bait down there, knowing that, you know, they've come into that swim to feed on that bait. But I know for the last 2.5 days he's been very, very impatient, shall we say. Always wanting to see the fish do something. You know, he's been twiddling his thumbs really for 2.5 days, so can't blame him. But yeah, it's about to switch over, so that's going to happen, and hopefully he does something that can get us another bite.
Well, here we are, just going to run through what rig I want to be using this week here at Wainstones Pool. My favourite rig was the Ronnie rig, but I've lost quite a few fish on the Ronnie rig. Now I don't know whether it's the rig itself or whether it's with me, so I've decided to make a change. So I've gone for the blowback style rig, as you can see, and I'm just going to pop it up as if it's like a Ronnie rig. All the components that I've used, obviously, got your khaki, anti-tangle sleeve, coated braid. Now when I'm doing it, I cut off about 12-inch, give yourself enough room for the loop at the end and to wrap and tie your hair onto the hook. So I strip back about 4.5 inches, make my loop or the hair, then a little bit of silicone tubing on just to strap it, wrap it round, knotless knot style, probably about 1/4 inch, just sitting nice and flush. Now the bait I'm going to be using as my hook bait this week is a little 12mm pop-up by DNA. It's a pink peril, one of my favourites, and this bait spray, the Green Beast by DT Baits. Little fat blast of that. That's to me, that makes all the difference. Might be my theory, it works for me. Everybody has their own preference, but I've caught some really nice fish with just freshening the hook bait up with this spray. So as you can see, got a size 6 micro barbed hook, little BB shot covered in putty. Sits nice and fresh. Hopefully we'll have some fish to show you that we've caught on this rig. Get in!
Nineteen.
19.
19.
Wow. I'd put it bigger than that.
I would have done, but it's definitely sitting there at 19.
Still buzzing, still buzzing.
Still a beautiful fish.
Bit speechless at the minute. Me and Martin have just swapped over duties on fishing. It's my turn to fish the remainder of the week. Martin's gone with a match the hatch approach, done in one fish. That's about it since Tuesday morning. Literally, I've gone fluoro, little pink peril 10mm pop up on a blowbite rig. Rod's been out not even an hour after sitting in the same spot for 2 days for Martin. Just a few freebies over the top, and as you can see, I'm in possession of one of Wainstones gems. It's come out at 19 on the nose. Absolutely gorgeous, stunning fish. Lovely dark scaly mirror. Adrenaline still sky high at a minute. But what a fish, what a fish. Thanks to Wainstones Pool, and so thanks to Rick for inviting me up. And big shout out to Mike Pitchers, because these fish in here that we've seen, one of our friends had a 25 last night. That was same again, absolute pristine condition. Martin's fish, pristine condition. He's certainly got a good stamp of fish in here, and look at that, what a fish, what a fish. Bosh, get in. Well, still blown away. Adrenaline's just about to come down now from catching that £19. Absolutely stunning wood carving of a mirror. As I said, you've seen my rig joints and my hook bait, little 12mm DNA pink peril, a few blasts of the cold water green beast bait spray. Something had to be changed. Seen the fish, we knew they were there, just change had to be made. Made the decision to on some fluoro, and within an hour of the rod being out, it's produced the fish.
So after Craig's earlier fish, an absolutely beautiful fish, put the rods back on the spot, put some more bait over the top, and it's gone again. So this is the second fish it's produced now, about 15 pounds, and another absolute gem of a fish from Wainstones Pool. There we go. Now we set the target of 1 each, we're now on 3. We could be more greedy and ask for 4. But we've still got over 2 days left, so there's nothing to say we can't. And even chance for maybe one of the bigger ones. But so far the session is absolutely blowing us away. We knew it's been a tough lake. You know, there's been 3 fish out last week, 2 fish out the week before, and we've equalled that already. So we're going to keep going, keep working. It took us a lot of changes to find the winning formula, but fingers crossed I'm not speaking too soon. We found it, and we're going to carry on catching them. Excited for the next one?
Definitely, mate, definitely.
So we'll get this one back, get the rods out, and hopefully we'll see you in a bit.
So, after putting the rod out on the spot yesterday, swapping over with Martin, it produced within an hour. This is the 4th fish of the trip, 3rd one off the same spot. You can see another little stocky, but I think looks like the younger brother or sister of the one that I had last night. Absolutely stunning little fish. As I said, it's the 4th fish. Just I think we've got that spot rocking at the minute. Sure, there's plenty more to come. 36 hours left of the trip. Just didn't expect this at all. To come and fish this lake and have 4 fish out of it up to yet. It's like we exceeded our expectations, ain't it, mate? But like I said, another beautiful little stocky. I get this one back, get the rod back out on the spot, and hopefully bag some more. Right, carp chasers. Honestly, I love Martin, I love him to bits. I enjoy his company. When I go fishing, I try and keep my peg and my camp nice and tidy. Martin, honestly, nightmare. Absolute nightmare, guys. Right, just to emphasise, it takes him 3 days to set his peg up. By the time he sets it up, time to go home. Watch this. Honestly, he's a nightmare. See what I mean? Stuff all over the place. Doesn't know where anything is. Falling over everything. What more do I need to say? Right, here we are, carp chasers up at Wainstones Pool, as mentioned earlier. We're along with Rick and Mick from the Bearded Fisherman, who run the suicide and mental health charity called the Bearded Fisherman. So, you want to tell us a bit about yourselves and what your charity entails, etc., etc.?
Yeah, well, we started the Bearded Fisherman originally to help fishermen that suffer from depression, anxiety, and to help prevent it going a bit further and going into suicide. But since then we've kind of grown, and now we deal with everybody. We can't just stick with one particular type of person, because it affects more than that. So we've opened our doors to anyone that needs us and anyone that wants us. We run support groups, we run online support, we're available whenever we're needed. So yeah, just look us up. We're on Facebook and media, internet, everywhere. So I'll hand you over to Mick and he'll give you a bit.
Yeah, we run a group on a Tuesday night, you know, just to get people out of the house, get them to socialise, which don't normally socialise. If they've got a problem they want to talk about it, they're more than welcome to. If they don't, then that's their choice. They don't have to. Nobody's saying you got to. So it's just getting you out of the house, getting you out doing somewhere. Same with the fishing. If you want to come fishing with us, we can take you fishing, get you out for the day, bit of socialising, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure we're a great charity and a good job that you guys do. I know you put a lot of hours in to achieve what you have done, so I'll give you a big thumbs up on that.
Thank you.
I hope the charity continues to grow and grow and grow and things get better for you. You know, it's a good thing that you're doing, and you know, like you said, they're on Facebook, there's on social media. Anybody out there wants to chat about anything basically,
Yeah.
get in touch with the Bearded Fisherman.
Yeah, we can talk to you online, over the phone. Come and see us. You know, we're in Gainsborough, and we're hoping to expand at some point into other towns. So keep an eye out for us.
Okay, thanks guys.
Hello Carp Chasers, so it is Friday morning, it's our last morning. We've got to be off about 5 o'clock today, as the rules stipulate, and we've went 2 days out of bite. We've tried a few little changes, but it's just not happening. So I'm making an executive decision. I'm going to put one of the rods back onto the right-hand island where we had the fish on the first night, because it's been left for 3 days, had a nice bed of bait down, and I'm hoping I can just nick a bite off it. If the bait's still there, they could come across it in the rest of the day. If the bait's been cleaned out, they might be revisiting it back. So it's done us a fish, we know it's done us a fish, and that is where I am going to put one. I'm not going to keep on floor, I'm going to go back to a matched hatch approach. And fingers crossed it goes off again. If not, I'm over the moon with the trip. Craig's over the moon with the trip. Hopefully you've gained a bit more insight about Wainstones Pool, maybe some tactics you could use if you're coming here. And if I don't catch another one, this might be the end. So definitely feel like the highlight's been that fish for Craig. He absolutely loved it, even though he was slightly disappointed it didn't cross the 20-pound mark. Stunning fish, stunning looking fish, and you know that sort of has made our trip. And then Mick with his PB has been amazing to see. You know, watching a friend catch a PB is always a great experience. So to be there and witness that, absolutely fantastic again. So I'm going to make this change, and hopefully you see me again. So here we are. It's Friday afternoon. This is probably going to be the last fish of the trip for us. It's fish number 5 for us, 6 for the team, and it's been a fantastic time, fantastic social, fantastic venue. So thanks for Rick for the invite, Bearded Fisherman. Make sure you check out the work they're doing. It's absolutely fantastic, and if you get the chance, get it booked, because I think we all agree it's a beautiful venue.
Fantastic.
We've
had PBs,
stunning venue,
great scenery, and every single fish is an absolute character. So for now, we'll see you later.
Till next time, Carp Chasers.
I'm Bearded Fisherman.
See you later.
Over and out.